Hello, my besties. How are you? I am so excited to see you here again. If we are just meeting, my name is Kathy and this is my DIY channel. In today's video, we are going to make a wreath for Thanksgiving out of a witch's hat. Are you interested to find out why are we doing a witch's hat for Thanksgiving? Well, stay tuned and let me show you how we're gonna do this. So this is the tinsel witch's hat from Dollar Tree, and when you turn it on the side, what does it remind you of, huh? In addition, you are going to need a pool noodle or some floral foam, and some ribbons and burlap. These two ribbons come from Christmas Tree Shop, and burlap comes from the Dollar Tree. And then you need some pumpkins, pine cones, and of course flowers to decorate your wreath. Everything here comes from a Dollar Tree. You're gonna need leaves, flowers, berries, cattails or wheat, and this is a good project to use your leftovers. First we're gonna remove the tinsel, and it's very easy. Just be careful not to break the frame. This is how the frame looks, and now we are going to cover it with the burlap. So we start at the tip, we fold it over, and start wrapping around. Before we go any further, let's add some hot glue in the back and continue wrapping it around, adding some hot glue every now and then. It's a little bit tricky over there on that curve, so just keep your burlap tight to not to leave too much space in between the layers, and just continue adding some hot glue and wrapping it around. So burlap is gonna run out just one row shy. Actually, it's a half a row. So cut it off in the back and glue it there. And if you have more, just do that last row with the second row. Actually, it's gonna get covered anyway. You don't have to do it, but I'm gonna do it. You're going to notice that burlap sticks up on that curve. So what I like to do is just fold it over and add a tiny drop of hot glue and just hold it for a moment. So create a nice smooth edge over there. You see what I mean? It looks much better. And let me show you how it looks from the back. You see what we did here? All right, and now the fun part of adding the pool noodle. You all know how I love my pool noodle projects, guys. And bread knife chops them real nice. So you measure the width of the lid and cut it along. Open it up and insert the lid of the hat. Is it cool or what? Am I the only one excited over here? And now grab your pipe cleaners and insert it through the frame and around the pool noodle. Just tie it twice. Next, cut your florals to separate pieces, starting with all the leaves you have. And now the fun part of adding the florals. You notice that I add a little bit of hot glue at the tip of each stem, and I insert all the leaves first to cover the black frame that you can see there. Some stems might be too long and you don't want them poking through the noodle, so I'm cutting them short. It is so satisfying poking the florals through the noodle. I love it, especially with the hot glue. Oh my goodness, so much fun. I wonder if any of you guys tried it yet. Maybe you did the ladybug reef or the mailbags. Let me know in the comments down below if you know how it feels. It's so much fun. Some stems actually went through, so I'm cutting them off. And this is how it looks. The black lid is covered. And before we go any further, we're gonna make the bow. And this is my leftover ribbon, so I wanna see how much I have. And it turns out I have just enough for 224 inches. This ribbon I have more of, so I'm gonna cut two 36-inch pieces. I just remembered that I have some window pane ribbon left. I'm just gonna cut it in half, and turns out it's gonna be two 36-inch long pieces. So just to recap, we have two pieces 24, two pieces 36, and two more pieces 36. You guessed it, we're gonna be making the bestie bow. And that's the best part about the bestie bow, that it's so easy to make and you don't have to be so exact with all the measurements, well, except the size of the loops. We want all loops to be even. We're making 5 inches here. So measure 5 inches, pinch it, and hold it with your thumb. And notice that I'm alternating all the colors. Pinch and hold. And then tie it all together with the floral wire or with a pipe cleaner. Twist it a few times and then just fluff, fluff, fluff. And that's all it takes, guys. Once you fluff all the loops, you might want to curl the tails a little bit, twist them, bend them, whatever you like to do. And I don't even know why am I doing this now. Once I put it on a wreath, I'm gonna rearrange it 100 times. But you get an idea, right? So I decide to attach the bow somewhere in the middle of the hat, right there to that rail. I'm just gonna insert my pipe cleaner, that's already behind in my bow, and tie it over there in the back. I just realized that there's all these beautiful leaves hidden under the bow. It makes no sense. I'm gonna pull some of them out, and because it's a waste, I'm gonna insert them somewhere else. Twist it a few times in the back, and now go back to fluffing up your bow. All right, so the bow is pretty good for now. Let's find a better place for the leaves that we took out. Let's insert them here. All right, very nice. And I think our wreath starts to resemble now the cornucopia, right? So now we just have to fill it in and cover up that pool noodle. I'm gonna start off with some cattails that I had actually from a previous project. I'm using a lot of leftovers here. So I'm gonna insert that at the bottom. We want a long piece to extend our cornucopia. So things are like spilling out, right? Now I am going to insert some grass with the feather looking things. Bottom, middle, and top. And now let's add your main flowers. I love these Dollar Tree roses. They're so beautiful. I'm going to insert one at the top, one in the middle, just trimming the stem a little bit. It's too long. Right there. And one at the bottom. And this one we want longer because it's spilling out over there. And notice I put this one on the side. We don't want all flowers facing in one direction. We want it like all over the place. And we save the two for later. And now let's add some pumpkins. You had seen me do this with the fall arrangements. I reuse old flower stems. Instead of floral picks, I insert them and then add some hot glue and just insert them in the pole noodle right there. Just find a good spot. And we do the same thing with the second pumpkin. And we're gonna hot glue it and insert it more at the bottom. It's a perfect shape for coming out of the cornucopia, you see? Something like that. And that's another good thing. When you use a floral stem, you can actually bend and adjust the placement. I love that. And we're gonna do one more and attach it and insert it at the top. If your stem is showing, you want to cover it up with some leaves, and I think a punch of green is going to be just perfect right there. I still have a lot of empty spaces left over there, so I'm going to fill them in with some leftover mom flowers that I have. All right, much better now. We have a lot of orange. Let's now insert some of those green hubs. Another one at the bottom. And one more at the top. And now let's add some pine cones. I want them to be visible, so I'm gonna use again the floral stems. I'm gonna wrap around the pine cone and hot glue it, insert it so we can see it. Some pine cones might not even have the tip at the bottom, so you might have to just peel it off and then attach the stem. And let's insert this baby right here at the bottom. You notice this pine cone is painted. It's from a previous project. Sometimes I paint my pine cones. And now I have some leaves and berries and an acorn that I want to insert around the bow. We need to cover that noodle at the bottom, and the rose will be just perfect there. And one more at the other end. When done, step back, take a look at your arrangement. I see that I'm missing something here in the middle, so I'm gonna insert one more orange flower here and some leaves. This is looking beautiful, isn't it? Now it's important to put a hanger on it, and I'm going to show you exactly where to attach it so it hangs in a perfect position. You tie your pipe cleaner right there to the little sidebar after the tip. Hang it, and here you can see where I inserted those large leaves. They really helped out. And here's the look at the whole arrangement. Hard to believe it was the witch's hat, right? So how do you like the cornucopia wreath? If you are still watching, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more creative ideas like this. My goal is to always bring you beautiful things and not to spend a fortune. So if you like to save money, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And how do you like that bestie bow? Look how beautiful, so easy to make. I hope nobody's intimidated by making the bows anymore. One more thing I want to show you is how to make a Thanksgiving sign using this wooden turkey cutout from Dollar Tree. You are going to need this picture frame from Dollar Tree. It is square, 12 by 12. A sheet of scrapbook paper, which is also perfect size 12 by 12. And some decoration. I have the metal words from Dollar Tree. I have a chicken wire ribbon from Hobby Lobby. And I have some flowers here. These are from Walmart. And some Dollar Tree pumpkins. First, we open up the frame and insert the scrapbook paper. If you don't have the scrapbook paper, you can use the contact paper from Dollar Tree. Next, we are going to paint the turkey, and looks like Coco is ready. One thing that always bothers me that once you take out that jute string that they used to hang the sign in the store, you are left with the hole. And not necessarily you can do anything with that hole. So this time I'm going to try a trick. I cover it up with some Scotch tape and I'm going to paint it. Okay, I'm going to have to wait for the paint to dry before I paint it again. All right, let's do the second coat now. Okay, I want to do the feathers even darker. the head and all around the edges a little bit too. This is a dry brush. I have no water at all. Since my frame is black, I want to do just a touch of black paint too. What do you think? You like it? One more thing I like to do with the Dollar Tree frames is reinforce them in the back with some strong tape. You see, it's very nice and stable now. All right, let's see how we're gonna place everything now. You put your turkey at an angle so it fits in the frame, just like so. Now I'm thinking to place that thankful sign in the middle and add some flowers at the bottom. I recently found these white flowers at a Walmart for 97 cents and I think they're so pretty. I'm just gonna cut off 2 pieces. And I think I'm gonna place it like this at the bottom of the turkey's feet. You can also add a couple daisies and pumpkins, whatever you like. Oh, and I also want to incorporate some chicken wire. I think that's so appropriate for the turkey sign. So I'm gonna make a little bow right there in the middle. All right, so let's start gluing everything on. And of course, let's attach the turkey to the glass. Hot glue works just fine. All right, the 2 white flowers and the leaf in the middle. I also want to make a raffia bow because raffia just reminds me of the farm and the hay. So appropriate for the bird. I'm just tying that brown and white raffia with a floral wire in the middle. I'm sorry it's a little bit out of frame. I explain in a greater detail how to make a raffia bow in my apple wreath video if you like to check it out. So you just squeeze the chicken wire in the middle and you create a nice simple bow, like a bow tie. And put the raffia in the middle. And actually you can use the floral wire that's already behind the raffia bow and attach it. Tie it all together. And then use some hot glue to attach the whole thing right there to your turkey. I think it's looking pretty already, but if you like, you can add some more flowers. I think that's what I'm gonna do, just put daisies on both sides. The pumpkins seem to be too clunky, so what I'm gonna do is cut one in half. I remove the stems, one from the top and the one from the bottom from the clip. That's gonna be my second stem. You see what I mean? And I'm gonna glue them over here. I just need a third one in the middle, so I'm gonna use the one that comes with the maple bouquet from Dollar Tree. I need a little something else over there, so I'm just gonna cut off the tips of the white flowers and also hot glue it around that pumpkin there. And this is it, guys. How do you like it? Because I am loving this so much. It is such a beautiful farmhouse sign for just maybe less than $4 for sure. You know, this is just a lot of leftovers that I already had. And look how beautiful it came out. Look at that distressed wood background. Such a pretty craft paper. That comes from Hobby Lobby. You can find it in many places. And look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this Dollar Tree sign as a base, and I'm gonna lift up this sign a little higher so my flowers are displayed better. Put a little pumpkin next to it. Isn't that a beautiful piece? Looks so much more high-end than a Dollar Tree sign, don't you agree? Alright, my besties, so this is it for today. Did you enjoy this video? If you did, please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. We're gonna do many more fun projects in the future. Take care, bye bye, see you next time.